What's going on, people? I'm George from the Supplier, and I'm sitting here with Rory, who is the International Product Development Manager for Nike. We're actually in the VaporMax exhibition here in London, and this is the shoe right here. And Rory, for the people that don't know, can you tell us a bit about how you were involved in the making of this shoe?
Yeah, so with this shoe, really, it started off quite a long time ago, to be honest, and I came along a little bit sooner than when it first started, but just been involved with getting it on a lot of runners' feet, getting their feedback, understanding what they like, what they don't like about it, and just kind of perfecting it to make sure that it is exactly as it is in your hand right now.
So how long has it actually been created for?
So this is almost 5 to 6 years that it's taken to land on exactly where we are right now. A lot of different processes that we've gone through, a lot of different materials, a lot of different miles that have been ran in it, and finally we've landed on something that we feel very, very happy about, and I think you'll agree it looks stunning. Yeah,
it's crazy. The pictures, when I first saw it, I was blown away by this exposed air bubble.
Yeah.
Water droplets, as I kept calling it, but we've got the exposed air bubble.
We do.
Because when I put my foot in this, you can feel, you know when you put an Air Max 90 on your foot, you can feel how much it springs up and down. You can actually see that happening in this. Was that a hard thing to get this to work without a cage around it?
Very, very hard. So I think one of the main things with this product was when you talk to a lot of different people wearing Air Max, obviously in the UK it's a huge franchise for us in general and a huge technology, but a lot of people were just saying, I'm really missing that sensation of air, especially when it comes to running on it specifically. It felt like it was maybe not quite flexible enough or not quite light enough and didn't really feel like you were wearing just air on your feet.
Yeah, this definitely does.
Exactly.
So I was actually standing on my heel counter going like this, like looking at it, because I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah, it's very, very unique. And one of the reasons why this feels so different to what we've had before is because previous airbags, we create the airbag and then it has to contour around kind of a foam midsole on the above it and also an outsole beneath it. So you're really
tough.
Yeah, so you're kind of creating the airbag to fit in between those things rather than to work directly with the foot.
So this is actually a lot larger than a normal airbag?
Correct, yeah. It's actually the biggest airbag we've ever made, which is pretty cool.
So this is breaking the record for the biggest airbag.
True. We didn't just want to make the biggest airbag just to say, shout about it. I think we really wanted to make sure that we put air in the right places so they give you the perfect experience. And one more thing actually, so one of the things that I mentioned before, so what you have here is you don't have that foam layer in between the airbag and the upper.
So that'll be along the
exactly,
outsole, right?
yeah. And then you don't have the outsole either, so you can see underneath, you can see this waffle pattern like you would have in traditional shoes.
So it's almost like there's not so much no grip, but it's like the air bubble is the grip as well.
So they've integrated it into the bag.
Yeah,
so
that's crazy.
It reduces all of the weight, and
so you've got these as well around here, which are like added.
Yeah, just for a little bit of extra protection, just in
traction,
case.
But it's performing well in the wet then.
Yeah, it performs very well in the wet. It is pretty durable as well. Actually, when you think about like if you're wearing a running shoe, for example, wearing foam will break down after time.
For sure.
Air never breaks down after time.
Yeah.
So this is something that you can kind of continuously run on for.
Yeah, that's true, isn't it? The air bubble always stays consistent, whereas the sole may degrade. I think what's interesting, you mentioned that, because to me this is a great lifestyle shoe when you look at it, but the main thing that we need to talk about is this huge performance side for the VaporMax. Tell us a little bit about that and how it's going to be so suitable for runners.
Yeah, so like I mentioned 5 years ago or 6 years ago, that was the person we wanted to try it with first and foremost. We wanted to get Air Max back into runners' lives and to make sure that we were giving them something that they could run on.
Yeah.
So really just taking away all of those different layers, adding different things, contouring it to make sure also that it's very flexible in the forefoot. So taking a lot of learnings from things like Nike Free to make sure that it moves. Exactly, so it moves with the foot, gives you the perfect amount of cushioning just where you need it. We've had a lot of different people running it, test it out, try it out to make sure that it really performs truly as a running shoe. And we feel very, very happy with where we've landed. And we feel pretty confident to say that it's definitely one of the best running Air Max shoes we've ever made.
It's a lot more comfortable than most other Air Max silhouettes that I've tried on.
I think one of the things also we worked with here is that, so Flyknit, obviously, Flyknit and Air Max combines the two iconic franchises together that we have and innovations together. But actually this was 30 iterations of a Flyknit upper that we had in order to make sure that it fit exactly as you say it's fitting right now, so that it didn't cause any irritation, it didn't cause any rubbing, and was
because it is true to size as well, isn't it? This is fits perfectly on the size 7. It fits.
I feel like there might be a little bit of discrepancy depending on who you are out there, but fits pretty true to size.
Yeah, that's a really good thing. I think this is one of the colorways launching on Air Max Day, right?
Correct. We're calling this the Pure Platinum colorway.
The Pure Platinum.
So around Air Max Day we have a couple of different colours. This is going to be the one on Air Max Day, but we're also re-releasing an OG colourway that will be more of a grey upper with the red swoosh.
Nice.
Which also looks really cool.
Red swoosh. So the plans for the VaporMax for the next sort of 6 to 12 months, have we got some other things in store?
We have a lot of good things in store. There's a lot of really crazy shoes coming. I've seen some sneak peeks of certain things, and I think without giving too much away, you guys are going to be pretty excited.
Yeah, I mean, people have been talking about this a lot online. It's one of those shoes that you look at and you're like, wow, it gets people looking straight away. But I think that it's just a great shoe for running as well. As soon as I put my foot in this and started walking, and that wasn't something I knew about.
Right.
So I think that's a whole nother market that will enjoy this shoe.
Yeah, hopefully. I think Air Max has been something that maybe some hardcore runners have shied away from a little bit in the past, and that's why we really wanted to make sure that this worked with runners first and foremost. So all of the testing that we did, and also when you do something like that and test it through the lens of performance, it kind of enables you and forces you to move things forward in a way that you would never necessarily think to move them forward, to work for the way that people's feet move and the way that they run. So yeah, it's pretty cool, I have to say.
Looking forward to it. There's a lot of people that want to get hold of this, so can you give a hint to people on like how limited some of these might be on release day?
A lot of it depends on the colorway, and there is definitely a distribution strategy in place that enables us to hopefully give certain people an opportunity to get their hands on one. There might be a few queues here or there outside a few stores, bring your umbrellas just in case. Maybe not necessarily a tent, but who knows? That will definitely confirm whether you'll get one or not. So I think there will be a distribution strategy in place that you will start to see this pop up here or there. And a lot of that is also colorway dependent.
Colorway dependent, I mean, I'd love to see a triple white for the summer.
I'll let the guys know.
There you go, let the team know. And triple black is always doing it, but yeah, I'm pretty excited for this launch. It's going to be crazy.
We hope so.
Yeah. Well, thanks for speaking to us today.
No worries, thanks for having me.
Good to meet you.
Glad you're excited.
Cheers, thanks for it.
No worries.